Hello YouTube, this is Chris giving Baker's Promo Services. This video is going to be on Ouija boards and Zozo and stuff like that, and should you be using the Ouija board. And before I get started, I'm going to say I've got nothing wrong with hunting the paranormal. Nothing. Okay? And I'm not a hypocrite. Just throwing that out there because I use the ghost box. The ghost box is not the Ouija board. It is not a portal. That's like saying that your laptop or your cell phone or your car radio or house stereo or any other kind of electronic is like the Ouija board. That is nonsense. Okay? All they are is electronics. The ghost box is just a AM FM radio that the scan does not stop on. The scan is removed that stops on the frequencies. And then the ghosts that are in the area use the words going by from the radio. And sometimes you'll get cuss words, and sometimes you'll get languages that, like, I had somebody comment on me talking to my mom's ghost. She heard somebody speaking German, and apparently knew German because she knew what they were saying. Okay? So the ghost box is real, it does work, but it is not the Ouija board. The Ouija board, on the other hand, is a portal. I've had people tell me, oh, it's not a portal, you're a portal. The humans are portals. And if you're looking for bad things, you're going to get bad things. No, that is not true. Not true. Um, do you never hear of any bad experiences with a ghost box unless they use the Ouija board as well? You look up Ouija experiences gone wrong or Ouija board, and there's tons and tons of articles, videos, so on and so on, of people getting hurt, killed, maimed, possessed, even with cell phone Ouija boards, because they got them on cell phones now where you can get them for free. And I've actually started a list. Well, I had a list, I modified it. It's called was called BPS Ghost. Now it's called BPS Ghost, Demons, Ouija boards, and curses. And I'm starting to compile a list of videos for you guys. Anyway, so I'm getting tons of messages. Most of them are from kids to use Ouija boards, to contact Zozo, so on and so on and so on. Some of them I'm able to talk to in the comments, and they agree to not use the Ouija board anymore, to get rid of the Ouija board, and other ones are pretty adamant on using it, and nothing wrong with it. And I'm going to be upfront with you right now. I want nothing to do with the Ouija board as far as I don't want to use it. I don't want it around me. If you happen to use the Ouija board and you don't think there's anything wrong with the Ouija board, please unsubscribe from me. Okay? Let me know in the comment section below that you um, use the Ouija board and or that you find nothing wrong with the Ouija board and that you're unsubscribing from me so I can come unsubscribe from you. With that said, hopefully you make it through this video and you learn not to use the Ouija board and you get rid of it. You burn it. Anyway, so here's the patent on the Ouija board. I'll leave all the links to these in the description box below. Um, it was patent to J Bond, which is Elijah Bond. And they call it here, where is it? Right here. My invention relates to improvements of the toy or games. It is not a toy or game anyway. As a Ouija or Egyptian luck board. Egyptians, we know, believed in multiple gods. That is pagan. Okay? I'm telling you, this is not a game. So I wanted you to see that, and that it is the actual patent for the Ouija board. And it never says in there why um, the patent was given. But in one of the articles here I'm going to show you, um, it talks about why the patent was given. Anyway, businessman Elijah Bond had the idea to patent the plaquette sold with a board, on which the alphabet was printed, much like the previous existing talking boards. The patent filed May 28th, 1890, for patent protection, and thus are credited with the invention of the Ouija board. They received U.S. patent, and that's how I found the patent number, was because I copied this here, and then I just Google search U.S. patent this number, and the patent number popped up. All right, this is why right here. This article is pretty much the same as this article, except for a few different things. So I'm not going to focus on none of this here. Um, this has to do with the patent here. So Elijah Bond files for a patent, and the patent office says you have to prove it works. The grandson of Helen Peters says the grandmother told his family this story. Bond took Peters to the patent office in Washington, D.C. They show it to the first clerk, who says, I don't want to be the laughing stock. They get the chief clerk, who says, if that contraption can spell my name, then you'll get your patent. So at this point, the head clerk goes and gets uh, the chief clerk. Okay, and at this point, the people, Bond, Elijah Bond, doesn't know the chief clerk's name. Okay, and the chief clerk's saying, hey, if that board does what you say it does, and it spells my name, you've got your patent. Okay, Peter takes out the Ouija board. It spells his name. The chief clerk, visibly shaken, says, okay, you've got your patent. But the patent does not talk about why it works. Okay? This is what I'm saying here. If you type in Google or YouTube, it doesn't matter. I've done both. Ghost box gone wrong. Okay? Not one time. And I've used the ghost box for many years, and I've never had a problem with it. I've never been followed. I've never been hurt. I've never been possessed. I've never had my loved ones possessed. I've never had them hurt. I've never had friends and family hurt. I've never had a problem with the ghost box or spirit box or Frank's box, whatever you want to call it. All right. You type in ghost box gone wrong, not one time does anything pop up unless it has to do with the Ouija board as well. Or are there known people that use the Ouija board, like Steve Huff here, the liar Steve Huff. He's got a video, and if you don't believe me, you can go look it up yourself. In my playlist, Steve Huff is a liar. He condones the use of the Ouija board. He uses the Ouija board. He has the Ouija board. Him and his son built the Ouija board, a Ouija board. He says the ghost box is more dangerous than the Ouija board. He plays with the Ouija board. This is the same man that says he's not afraid of spirits, and he's never been harmed, but then yet makes a video sitting in bed saying he's been harmed, saying he's afraid. Okay? Here's another one with the Ouija board. I know this channel here uses a Ouija board. I know for a fact they use a Ouija board. I used to be subscribed to them. So, yeah. So this is another article that I found. And like I said, I've done research on the Ouija board for many, 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 many years. I've read documents. I've talked to people. I've got people that I know personally that's had bad experiences with the Ouija board, or they know somebody that's had problems with the Ouija board, or they are, like I said, YouTube videos, Google searches, so on and so on. Okay, this guy, historian Robert Murch, has spent years studying the Ouija board. He explains how the Civil War Sears catalog fueled the phenomena. Okay, now you can go read this whole thing. I'm not going to read it to you. Um, like Band-Aid or Kleenex, the trademark name Ouija is generally used for all talking boards, but the name was coined by Helen Peters, a medium who was using the board with her brother-in-law Elijah Bond one night in 1890 in Baltimore. Uh, when she asked what should call it, the planchet spelled out Ouija, which the board told her means good luck. Okay, and if you look here, as the board popularity and profit increased, most of the early investors sought to highlight their role in the creation of the Ouija board. But Helen Peters wanted nothing more to do with it after the board caused serious damage to her family. When some Civil War family heirlooms went missing from Peter's home, Peter asked the Ouija board who took them. According to Peter's grandson, the board indicated a member of the family. Half the family believed it, and the other family said bullshit, including Helen, said Murch. The event created conflict that was never resolved, that tore the family apart. After the fight, Peters sold all of her stock in the company until her dying day. She she's telling everyone, don't play the Ouija board because it lies, Murch said. Okay? Now, that's the thing, and I've heard I've heard several stories. One of them said that uh, her that her and her friend were playing with the Ouija board, and the Ouija board was giving answers that only her parents would have known, and then all of a sudden the board spelled out Zozo and said that it was lying to them and that it was reading their mind. Okay, there's tons of stories like this. One story I saw on a YouTube video, and you can check out that list I was telling you about. She was playing a Ouija board, this girl, on her phone, got possessed, and was taken to the hospital speaking in tongue. There's another video where there's this girl, I believe it was in the same video, straight A student, didn't cause any problems with their family, didn't cause any problems with their friends or anybody. Played with the Ouija board one time, got possessed. They ended up having to lock her up in a mental institution for the safety of her, the safety of the town, and the safety of her friends and family, and so on and so on. This is not a game. It is very real and is very dangerous. Okay. Now, the board, this contradicts anybody that says, oh, you get what you're looking for. If you're looking for bad, you get bad. You're looking for good, you get good. Okay. William Fooled, I can't even say his name properly. Okay. Who got control of the business of the Ouija board, um, was given good things by the board, but then he was killed in a mysterious way that you'll see was caused by the board. William Flood had his own Ouija related family troubles. In 1919, he cut his brother off of the business is and the two never spoke again. That year was particularly good for cells following a world war, the flu epidemic in the 1920s. Article in the New York Times compared the popularity of the board to that of bubblegum. In 1927, Baltimore Sun reported that Fooled had personally made $1 million from sales of the board. He continued to open new franchises or factories, I'm sorry, building the largest three-story building in Baltimore after the Ouija board itself told him to prepare for big business. Okay? That's the thing. You don't make deals with the devil. When you make deals with the devil or you make deals with the demons, they will, at one point, get their end of the contract. You just don't know when. Okay? In the early 1927s, he went up to the roof of the building to supervise the replacement of the flagpole. According to the Baltimore Sun, he was standing near the edge of the roof, grasping an iron support of the pole to steady himself. The workman said when the support suddenly pulled away, the support suddenly pulled away. Okay, like the support was yanked out of his hand, and he toppled over backwards. As in the movie Floor, however you pronounce his name, initially grabbed a hold of the steel of an open window, which suddenly closed, sending him crashing down the sidewalk below. He broke several ribs and was expected to survive until a bump on the road um, to the hospital sent one of the fractured bones through his heart, and he died. Okay, he was playing with this Ouija board. He made a pact. He was making good money. He was not seeing any negative from the board. He was not expecting any negative from the board. Okay? Look at this. I looked up photos of this is actually a video. I'm going to show you a little small portion of it, and I want you guys to go check out the rest. Um, they play the closet game. They get in, which I don't warn you. I don't recommend you play. Anyway, him and his wife get in the closet, and they're playing this game, the closet game. Well, they decide to do a Ouija board session, and it literally you can see a small black mass go across the bottom of the screen. He gets possessed. He feels like he's possessed, and he looks like he is. He gets told by the board or what's possessed him how to conjure spirits, to how to conjure demons, rather. And then he does an EVP session by himself. You'll understand when you watch the video. And he gets to name Zozo in the EVP. It's crazy. But there's challenges now going on called the 3 a.m. Ouija board challenge, the Zozo 3 a.m. challenge, which is supposed to be the witching hour. And YouTubers are doing it. People are doing it. I want to see this movie, I Am Zozo. That's supposed to be based on a true story where this girl plays with the Ouija board. She gets possessed by Zozo. She has to get put into a mental institution. And she says, it won't leave me alone. He won't leave me alone. He wants me to play his game. It's and it's based on a true story. I saw a video where they talked about the people that made the movie, how they found a true story about it. They documented. They talked to the people. See, that's out of the off the trailer there. And so it's based on a true story. Here's more stuff on Zozo. I don't want to play all of it. This is the one I was telling you about. All right, this is the part that I was telling you about. I do recommend you go watching the whole thing. Um, you can see the strange shadow go right across the bottom here. They're playing the Ouija board. I'm not going to play too much more, especially with that music playing in the background. I don't want to be copyrighted, but you saw that black spirit or the black demon. I'm going to say it was Zozo go across the bottom of the screen. Even if it wasn't Zozo, I believe it was because he did the EVP and caught the name Zozo. You can believe what you want, but yeah, I believe that. Anyways, another. This is. I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, why would you tempt this? Why would you play with this? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. This. Look, I mean, look at this. Like I said, I will not be sub to people that play with the Ouija board. If you play with the Ouija board, I've watched this one. This was actually my list. These scratches on his back appeared out of nowhere. He didn't want to play with the Ouija board. This big YouTuber, Jake Duffner, uh, does a lot of Ouija board videos, and he was sitting on the bed, and out of nowhere, he jumps up, starts screaming. I think he rips his shirt off, or his shirt gets pulled off, one of the two, and he's got these black, or these scratches on his back. See what I mean? I think in this one, I just typed Ouija board. Nope, Ouija board gone wrong. I watched this one here. This is crazy. He's doing a Ouija board and stuff, and the drawers, all the cabinets start going up, or opening up. His glass jumps up in the air, all kinds of stuff. I mean, I know it can be fake, but it didn't appear to be fake to me. Now, this is the one that I just typed in Ouija board, and if you look, see, I don't even you don't even have to type in gone wrong, and see, 3 a.m. overnight challenge, and they got the word Zozo in there, Ouija board. This is not fake. This is very real. It is very scary. You should not be playing with stuff you don't know nothing about. This is very satanic. You can call it a parlor game all you want. You can say it's fake. You can say that these people are moving it with their fingers. You could say whatever you want. But I've had Ouija board experience in my life when I was younger. And I told you guys about it in a YouTube video. And I've never messed with them ever again. And I won't. and I won't deal with anybody that does. I've broke friendships up because the people wouldn't get rid of Ouija boards. I've broke up. I broke off relationships, girlfriends when I was younger because they wouldn't get rid of Ouija boards. I will have nothing to do with Ouija boards other than stuff like I'm doing right now. I won't get a Ouija board and play a Ouija board. I won't be around somebody playing a Ouija board. I won't be around a Ouija board unless I'm burning the son of a bitch. So like I said, if you at the beginning of the video, if you play with Ouija boards and you think there's nothing wrong with Ouija boards, please unsubscribe from me. Let me know in the comment section, or you can even private message me, just whatever you want to do, but and let me know that you've unsubscribed because you play with Ouija boards and you find nothing wrong with them, so I can come unsubscribe from your channel. There's going too far. Even hunting the paranormal, anything, there's going too far. I've got nothing against hunting the paranormal and doing whatever you can within reason to make contact, okay, with the paranormal of any kind. But messing with demonic forces, other than getting rid of them and messing with demonic tools such as the Ouija board, I will have nothing to do with. Also, if you've had any Ouija board experiences, bad ones, um, let me know in the comment section below. Be truthful, be honest. There ain't no need to make up stuff. If you haven't, you haven't. But if you have, let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to read them, and maybe I'll make a video about them, um, like a part two of this, and read your guys' comments. Like I said, be honest, be truthful. Don't lie about them. There's no need to. I only want truth, true stories. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off now. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.